Greetings once again, fellow girls, guys, and gamers. This is Small Archangel welcoming you to another episode of 7 Days to Die Alpha 16, and what a fantastic view we get from our new top story, or almost a top story. It's not quite. This is our second level crafting area where we've just got a railing round at the moment rather than having the whole lot barred in. I may leave the rest of it open. I just worry slightly about vultures flocking in here. They're not likely to flock. They're not supposed to be in the forest at all, but goodness knows I've seen a few, and I tend to just feel a bit more secure without them. But for the moment, we're going to leave it because we need to put our electrics in here as well. But that's going to require a little bit more grinding on my part. Now, what I've got going through here at the moment is a load of murky water, and that is because what we really want to do is craft some paint. Now, I've got some paint. I can't remember how much paint I've got. I gathered quite a lot from the apartment buildings the last time I did a raid on there. But I don't know how much I've got exactly. So we're going to need to make some more. Now, my plant ingredients for chemistry are here. But we're going to need more murky water for the purpose. And that's why I'm mixing some at the moment. So there we go. I don't know how long that's going to take to make. 6 minutes for that little lot. So let's leave that for the moment. But that is why I am boiling some murky water there. There we are. So that's one thing that we've got on the go. Down here we're boiling obviously ourselves. There we go. Down here I've got my paint. There we go. 1144. We've got a paintbrush there, but it's not a very good quality one. What we could probably do with doing is making one, or maybe even two. Let's go to our misc mats. We need hide for this. Paint. No, paintbrush doesn't have a B there. Let's make two of them. And then I can combine them. Or combine them with the rubbish one I've just made. There we go. The other thing that we need to make, if we can, is a new generator for our new... There we go. We need to make a new generator. We also need to make some electric wire relays. We need to make 4 of those. Oopsie. 4 for our latest oh, that goes there. For our latest maintenance zone. So, oh, there we go. Look, we've got these now. So let's just do that. Nice, like it. There we go. We've got 2 decent quality brushes now, plus some paint, but that probably won't get us very far. To begin with, I thought there was a bug with the paint where you could use as much as you like. Then I realised that actually I was crafting a base in creative menu, so of course it didn't use it up. Unfortunately, it's rather unrealistic in that you can only paint one surface of one block, and that uses an entire can of paint. Wow. That's some cruddy paint. I think that needs looking at, to be quite honest. So we're going to have to prioritise where we put our paint to begin with, and I'm going to have to be crafting a lot of it. Paint is the new concrete, basically. We are going to be spending all our time crafting paint in order to get this thing sorted. So they are still doing, but I will show you the new maintenance area, which is our new top floor. And of course we have to go down to go up. And before anyone says, that's really inefficient, we don't normally actually have to do this. We only have to do this to wire stuff up. And that only really happens once, doesn't it? So we're going to put another generator there, same layout as we had before. But the thing we need this paint for, really, is so that we know which floor is which. There we go. So, first and foremost, this floor here, we're actually going to use the red that I've got right on us right now. And we're just going to use that to go all the way around here, because this is our killing floor, and as such we are designating it red in colour. Red for blood. I tend to use this in my builds because it does mean that if you've got a tower base, it not only looks nice on the outside eventually, but it helps you to get about. It helps you to know what floor you're actually on. So so that's the idea with this. And we're also going to paint on the inside too, like that. I missed that one, but I bet it still used the paint up. And you can see the paint going down, can't you? How annoying is that? There we go. But that's what we're going to do. So all the way around the bottom of here as well, and I might even do more than one layer, more. I might do 2 blocks tall maybe, or maybe just one, I'm not sure. And then here we're going to need that as well. So again, from the inside of our base here, if we've got a colour, a band of colour, the whole thing's going to be white ultimately, and we're going to have a band of colour around each floor so we can see which floor is which. And we're going to have red for the killing floor. We're going to have an orange for the floor after that, which is our main workshop floor. Then we're going to have yellow for the floor after that, which is the workshop, which contains a chemical bench. And then our living quarters are going to be green and blue. So that is how that is going to work. There we go. We're nearly done now. Actually, what I could do here is, now, that doesn't seem to be an option any longer. Oopsie. Used to have the option of painting all sides at the same time. That doesn't seem to be, of a block. Doesn't seem to be an option, or maybe that's only an option in creative mode. I have absolutely no idea. As it is, it's going to take a lot of paint and a lot of patience. So, as I say, we're not going to do, oopsie, all of this today. We're just going to, there we go. So that's that. And to start with, that's going to do for here. So then we're going to go up to the next floor. Hello, get up. And this is our first workshop floor. And we're going to designate this one orange concrete. Here we go. And this is the other thing I want to do. I want to, now, can I even get on that? I probably can't, can I? I want to paint I might have to just nerd pole up to paint the outside of that. Oh, sounds like we've got a screamer down there. There we go. So you can see from the inside there, we're going to easily be able to see which floor we're at. So hopefully yours truly here will get a little bit less confused. I'm going to end up painting the bars if I go there. So in any case, I might not want to paint on this side. So I think we'll just stick with painting the bottom part of the inside of the wall. Hey, I can manage to get that. There we go. Oh, yeah, that is so annoying. That is clearly not what I wanted to do. So we just rub it away. There we go. Although it's a bit of a waste, isn't it? And I'm not sure if we can paint that bit of wall there. Quite possibly not. I don't know. This is the other problematic thing about trying to paint stuff when you've got items in the way. There you see. As long as I can get past the press E to use, I can do it, but unfortunately it is kind of taking up that entire block, isn't it? It's not really giving me the option. There's no space to do that, so I think we might be out of luck on that one. And then as a third floor here, we're going to have this yellow. So let's find our concrete. This nice lurid acidic yellow, which is a bit high vis, and which you can't really miss. There we go. And this is just going to go all the way around the bottom here again. That one we don't need to worry about because we cannot see it anyway. Oh yeah, behind our workbench is going to be the same story as below. There we go. There we are. And that's the whole shebang. And again, I'm just going to paint around the outside of the door. Possibly not there, actually. There we go. Just so I can see easily where the door actually is. There we are. Lovely. All right. I wonder if I can paint this from here. No. It was a good thought, but it didn't work out. No. Hey-ho. I hope it doesn't use up my paint to do that. There we go. So, roughly speaking, that is what we're talking about doing on each of our floors. So each of our floors is going to be colour coded so we can see it, and it's going to be coloured kind of colour coded on the outside as well. But I'll do that separately, as I say, for the moment. Just kind of prioritising so that we've got enough paint to do what we really truly need to do to make the base as productive and sort of efficient as possible for the moment. So what you can see I've done in here since the last episode, basically we've placed some more storage, obviously. I've also put in these two cool drawers. Now I like to use lockers, but of course you can't use lockers nowadays. You used to be able to hit them and then they'd kind of drop and you'd be able to pick them up and place them where you wanted. No longer. I don't think you could even, if you scrap them, you just get bits, so that doesn't really work. But these drawers, which I believe are just mortician's drawers, are quite good as big containers that take up 0 space. So that is actually amazing. So that was a real discovery, and you can make them through here. Drawer. There they are, look. Nice. 8 forged iron, and Bob's your uncle. Very nice indeed. So we've got one for our armour, one for our clothing, and you could put a load of those in and have them take up no space whatsoever, which would be amazing. If slightly cheaty. Oh no, I missed a bit. There we go. Oh no, that isn't what I meant to do. It looks a bit weird as it is, but there you go. All right, good. So there are a few other things that we can do around here that involve painting as well, to make our lives a little bit easier. So I'm going to go down here to the first crafting floor. Now, this crafting floor a bit less than the others, but I'll just show you what I'm planning on doing in here. We've got... Hey, we've learned all the recipes now. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty good. I wasn't sure if I'd learned them all. I've found a few recipes at the traders, and I've found them all over the world, so that's really good. What I was planning on doing was finding... Oh, here we go, look. Cabinet. So what I was planning on doing, perhaps, was this kind of thing. So these look like cupboards. And then... Yeah, that isn't what I meant. And then perhaps, did I just take a load of stuff out there? I did, didn't I? Not what I meant to do at all. Okay, let's just put it all back in there. Oh my goodness, that was worthy of Helix. Accidentally kleptoing all my gear. All right, and then this is what you get for pressing the wrong button. Then what I was planning on doing at the top part of it, maybe that, or maybe if we've got some orange metal in here like that, possibly we could use that as the top surface like that. What do we think of that? Yeah, it kind of ties in with the orange, doesn't it, around here. And then the sides of this cabinet, there is a cabinet side there which is like that, and we can do that. So basically then it looks like instead of just storage boxes, we have actual cupboard units, which is quite nice. All right, there we go. But that is not nearly so helpful as what we can do on the second floor here, where you will see I've put lots of storage boxes around the place, even around the outside of the room like this. Now you'll see this sign here says beverages. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to make good use of our faux. I think this is what this one is. I can't remember. And we're going to paint beer cooler front on that. And then we're going to paint a kind of a beer cooler side on it as well. There we go. Nice. Although we don't have to do that, of course. We could paint it. Oh, yeah, that's not what I meant. We could paint quite easily. Yeah. The top needs to be black, but I can't quite reach it, can I? So that's a bit of a downer, really. Let me just make sure I don't get the wrong bit there. Oh, that better not be using up my paint. Okay, let's see if we can jump up there. Yeah, that worked, didn't it? And then we need to do that too. No. That did my bars, which is not what I mean. I don't care. I'm not going to see it very much from the outside anyway. We can't paint. We can! Oh my gosh, that's amazing! I might not paint it that colour, but that's amazing. I can paint those as well. I'm so happy. Right, that is probably... I didn't think they could be painted. That's epic. Okay, so we probably don't want to paint that black in point of fact. We probably want to paint it like orange, like that. Yay! Not orange. We want to paint it yellow or something. I don't even know. I'm going to have to think about that one. There we go. And then I've got some other ones here. And these ones actually need to be painted like pill cases. Do we have that option, actually? I'm not sure we do, you know. It doesn't look like it, does it? That's, oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hey, nice. There we go. So this is what we want here. We want to be able to... Actually, maybe what we want to do is paint the pill case bit on the front there rather than... Yeah, maybe we want to paint the pill cases on here. They look a bit strange now. Not quite what I meant. There we go. This is why we're making lots more paint, folks, because I'm wasting it. Okay, and then the sides of our pill boxes, we could just do them metal, couldn't we? Like stainless steel. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's just hoppity up here. There we are. And the same here. I'm kind of glad that I didn't fill those in. That's coming very, very useful. There we go. So we can easily peasily see what we're storing there, can't we? No, we can't paint the gun safe. Never mind. I didn't really want to. It's fine. Being able to paint those is really good. Because they really don't go with the decor, darling. They really don't. Lovely. So there we go. The same thing with these cupboards here. I'll probably paint them to look like cupboards. But let's see how we're doing. Nice. Let's see if we can put some more paint going through here. We may as well. Paint. Oh, look at this. Fantastic. Paint. 111. Get in. There we go. All right, so when it says 111, it perhaps means more than 32 minutes. What? Yeah, we're going to get so much paint through there, so that's fantastic. So now we've done the stuff that we really, really need to do for the moment. We haven't done these yet, but we can sort of see what's going on without having to worry too much about that. What we can do now is do a bit of the... There it is, that's what we're after there. We can do a bit of the painting that I sort of intended to do on the outside here. Where do we have a zombie screamer around here? Yes, we do. She's over there. Okay, we know how to deal with her by now. Give me my sniper rifle. And some ammunition. Go into sneak mode. And snipe her. In the face. Well, in somewhere, certainly. In the head would be, load the flaming thing. Post horde, of course. It's empty. What? What just happened? Had it perfectly lined up and then it just glitched. And again. What is this? Some sort of recoil they've just introduced. There, finally. Third time lucky. What was that? Just sort of pinged upwards every single time. I mean, recoil would be realistic. But that wasn't realistic recoil. That was just a bug. One thing I have noticed with bugs is my bike hasn't bugged through the garage floor. This is a good thing. We like that. Right, so let's see how much of this we can do now. So, first off, what I'm going to do is get... What? Go away. I think that's a crawler. I can't see a thing. Yeah, there he is. It's a pity I can't paint him, isn't it, really? No, I am not flipping macheteing my hay bales. You must be joking, sunshine. Got anything for me? Facial piercings. May as well sell them. Right, we're going to have to get rid of him now because, unfortunately, he's just going to get in the way when I'm painting, isn't he? Bye-bye. Hey, there we go. Right, now... What we want here, we want to find my granite again. Granite, concrete even, concrete grey, concrete dark grey. This is what we want. Right, and at the bottom here, this concrete, this dark grey, which is almost black, I find, is what I normally put at the absolute base, just because, I don't know, it kind of looks like I've bitumened them. Don't ask me, I don't know why I do this. I just like the way it looks. There we go. And we will do that. I'm not going to necessarily do that with the entire base right now. I just want to give you a flavour of what it's going to look like. So we'll go around the outside of here. Now, we can use a roller effect, and we will perhaps use that when we're doing larger areas, but for just doing a little bit like this, this is the best way of going about it. Okay, and then after that, I tend to get a band of yellow, just as a sort of a high-vis. And this just makes it easier for us to see if the Zeds have punched it, because the plain concrete is so much easier to spot if it's been damaged. So I do like that, and with the light colour as well. There we go, that's kind of it. And then, of course, above that, we're going to paint everything in white concrete. Now, as I say, we do have the option of using a roller, but... it tends to throw paint around a little bit indiscriminately, so I tend not to use that so much, just because I like to have the control, albeit that it takes a little bit longer to do. I do like to have the extra control of just wielding the paintbrush by itself like that. There we go. Okay, so basically this is what we're going to have to do. I may well be nerd poling to get high enough. Can I get all the way to the... Oh no, you see, I can get all the way. We could paint a really silly distance above our own heads, which is good actually when it comes to decorating. This is excellent. There we go. And here is where possibly using the roller is going to be worthwhile. There we go. Because I think it does a 3x3 area. So you have to aim well, because otherwise it'll paint what you don't want it to paint. Oops, missed. There we go. You see, that's pretty good. There we are. But then I'm going to go back just to normal brush. It is better if you don't want to waste your paint like that. So there we go. You get an impression of how this place is going to look. And all of it's going to be white. But we are going to have bands of colour around the outside of our base, which you can already see. This here at the top there, we're going to have red there as well. And then between our floors up there, we're going to have bands of colour too. So you get the idea of pretty much what it's going to look like. Now, we also need to use paint to help distinguish a little bit easier our maintenance floors, because at the moment they really do all look completely identical. So we're going to get some paint in there as well. So you can see the full height of our tower for the moment. If you imagine it with 2 more floors on than that and a garden on the roof, that is giving you a pretty good impression of the way it's going to be. Okay, so here we are in our maintenance levels. Now, obviously, we've got the killing floor there. This one here is the maintenance level for the killing floor. And as such, it should probably be painted. Let's see, if that was painted orange, this one will be painted yellow. One has an odd light there for some reason. I'm not quite sure where that light's come from. That's a bit... Is it come from the generator above it? That's a bit weird if so. There isn't a generator above it. So that's quite strange. Okay, I'm not sure what that light's all about, but there we go. So our ground floor there, well, it's not the ground, but that's our killing floor. This area here is the electricity for the killing floor. This up here is the electricity for the first the orange workshop. So in that case, we should have this one here should be marked in red. This is where it's difficult to not catch, unfortunately. Let me just do that. The ladder, that's it. We don't want the ladder. Okay, and then this one up here, of course, needs to be orange. Just so that we can see easily which floor we're actually entering the maintenance ducts for. There we go. And then this one here will be the yellow one, of course. And each one is just above the floor that it pertains to. So that makes things ever so slightly confusing. There we go. Which is why I had to think about it for a moment. Nice. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then we'll just do that as well. And I might put yellow all around the outside of that as well. There's another screamer, but I don't care. There we go. So we can easily see now which electrics are kept where. Great. Okay. So that's made that somewhat easier. Now let's go up to the orange floor. Now I just have to remember which stuff is kept on which floor. So here we've got our new generator and our new wire relays as well. No, I don't want to place either of those where I don't want them. There we go. Already feeling like this is slightly easier to get around. And this needs to go all the way to the top, to the yellow. The current top. Here we go. And this is going to go here, preferably on the floor. There we go. Yep, and actually we want to make a chest as well. So we'll just make ourselves a chest, as we have done before. And these need to go where we placed them last time, like so. And our chest is here. There it goes, next to it. Lovely. And then obviously we get a wire tool and wire all this off, but of course at the moment this has got 0 engines in it, so that is not particularly ready to use just yet. See, if I had a sniper gun, actually I could probably snipe that screamer from here if I could only see her, and I can't, and I really don't want to be falling out of there, do I? That would be a way to go. It's quite a long way down. Okay, so we've got that sort of more or less sorted now, more or less finished. Hang on a minute, let's see if we can find this sniper, this screamer. I'll just turn that off. I'm not sure at all where she is, but I would like to get her. Ooh, over that way a bit, maybe. I would like to get her before night falls and she starts running around, because they're really difficult to catch then. I have no idea. I can't see her. Ah, there she is. Bye-bye. I do love sniper rifles. Here we go. Okay, so on the subject of sniper rifles, I would like to find a gun that is also considered to be a rifle, and which will allow us to buy, which will allow us to put more into Better Lead Than Dead. Where are you, Better Lead Than Dead? I've gone past it probably, haven't I? Is it here? There it is. And which allows us to put more into this, then obviously that buffs our ability to use rifles and really helps. But I want to know, first of all, I want to put up Quality Joe, because that's going to really help us to loot things. But I want to know what other guns, and this is the correct floor, yes, class as rifles. Now, obviously a hunting rifle is a rifle. But what about, this is an assault rifle, right? An AK-47. Now, this is a pretty cruddy one, really, isn't it? This is a submachine gun, gunsmithing, but is it considered to be a rifle? I have no idea, to be honest. I don't actually know. I might have to look into that, because I'd love to be able to use one of those and not have to put up any other gun skill. What are our other gun skills? Gunsmithing, obviously, but that's a general one. Handguns, of course, are pistols and magnums. The outlaw is a pistol or revolver. Okay, so it's not that. So shotguns are obviously shotguns. So I think SMGs are probably going to be, because that's, but you do more damage with every rank. So that's probably potatoes to, oh no, that's shotguns as well. I think that then in that case, I think our SMGs are probably going to be, yeah, they're probably going to, we're going to be able to use SMGs as well. We need our torch up here because we've no electrics just yet, so there we go. So yeah, actually I think probably SMGs are going to be good to go as well, so we'll just turn that off now. We're going to be able to get ourselves plenty of oh lovely, more paint, there we go. And how much more of that can we make? Well, we're going to need quite a lot of the stuff, quite honestly, we really are. There we go. So yeah, I think we're going to be able to use those as well, but we might need to fabricate some other kinds of ammo for those, because what kind of ammo does this thing take? That kind, right? I think that's the is it 9mm? It's very small anyway, it's pretty small. And the assault rifle takes the same, actually. Now that's good, that is good. Let's just see if we've got any ammo, any weapon parts. Weapon parts are kind of over here, I think. Weapon and armor, weapon parts, here we go. Let's see if we've got any bits. AK-47, there we go. We've got some AK-47 parts, so that's not what I meant. Let's just see if we can upgrade this any. Yeah, you see that barrel's really choddy, isn't it? So let's just disassemble that, because I can put it together with that one, and the receiver also. And then pop them together on this. This is why I put my weapon parts over here, you see. There we go. That's not really helped very much, has it? Okay, assemble. There we go. Okay, I think that's a bit better quality than it was, isn't it? And because that takes the same ammo as the other, I think we'll put that in with our... we'll put that in the chest down on our killing floor, along with our sniper rifle. And that is going to give us... Yes, I will do that. And then we'll put our ammo there as well, because they both take the same ammo. And actually, I will just repair the thing as well. There we go. We may as well just hit repair. Put our repair kits back. Nice. There we go. And meantime, I will look up some extra parts for those to sort of make them better, to repair them up or upgrade them a little bit as well. And yes, we've got plenty paint now and a bit more coming through in the pipeline. So what I will do is I will probably prioritise painting inside the base rather than outside it, just so that I can get all these cabinets done up now the way that I want. The way that we have done the other. I think I used the 2 doors, didn't I? Like that. Yep, there we go. And then we got it looking a bit more sort of, I don't know, a bit more easily sort of understood, rather than a vast expanse of grey with wood crates. I think that just makes things look a little bit easier for me to navigate my way around. Maybe it's just psychological, but I certainly prefer it that way. And it certainly helps for the second crafting floor upstairs, I think, to be able to find your way around, and it is much easier to see the doorway when you can go for where the most of the paint is as well. So so there we go. Okay guys, so I hope that gives you a bit of a taster of what the base is going to look like when it's finished. It's going to be quite colourful, but it's probably going to take an awful lot of paint, and it's going to take quite a long time to get it finished off as well. But hey, as I say, again, I'll probably do quite a bit of that off camera, so as per usual, each episode is likely to look a little bit more completed. As for the concrete behind there, I think we're just going to have to lump it, especially since I don't have the option to paint every side of the block. Maybe that does only just happen in creative mode, or maybe it doesn't happen at all any longer. Maybe that is no longer an option. I honestly don't know. There we go. So I'm going to do the same thing on this floor here. I think everything else that I want is pretty much painted, apart from these drawers here, which I will have to find a suitable finish for as well. In the meantime, guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, you know what to do. Hit that like button and let me know by giving me some comments, hints, tips, suggestions, and tell me about your base building experiences or anything like that as well. And I do hope you will join me for the next episode of 7 Days to Die, in which we will be doing more looting stuff. So again, just kind of alternating a little bit. I know some people like the buildy stuff, some people prefer the looty stuff, so we're going to be doing plenty of both. And we don't need to do too much building now, because this place is not finished, not by a way, but it is more finished than it has been. We got our functioning floors better sort of finished now, so the whole thing is now more than functional. So anyway, guys, I hope you'll join me for the next episode, when we will go looting and shooting. I have a particular venue in mind, which I hope will be fun. So until then, as ever, keep gaming, keep surviving, and stay happy. Bye bye for now.